You are listening to the Always Podcast.
We can't start the podcast with that song. I can't do it. Like I thought.
But is this the start now then?
Yeah, this is the first. That's the first ever start to anything, and it's that.
But I think it's going to change probably weekly.
We should do a new theme song every week.
It's more homework, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's got literally. Did that sound like it took much? It took very long.
I hope not.
That was a 4-minute exercise.
What did you Google? Like how to sound like Eddie Vedder badly?
Yeah, exactly. I just it was actually came from the heart. So.
Oh yes.
What did you bring in? So this is the first time podcast. Oh, what's the podcast called? Oral Waste. So this is our first podcast. We've been talking about this for, what do you reckon, 48 years?
Yeah, about that. Ever since podcasts became a thing, I think every male over 40 said we should do one.
That's right. And you know what? It's getting to that point where most of them are.
I think nearly everyone has. Yeah.
So we thought we may as well. But I reckon what we should do every time you come in to do a podcast, we should bring something from outside and we could stick it on the wall here. I've already got some pre-nailed nails in. I'll bring in this is my first thing for the wall, and it's
of course
Batman wearing a bra and undies, you reckon?
Oh, I thought it was like a gimp mask of some description.
Oh no, it's Batman, fat Batman.
Fat man.
In is it like trans man?
Yeah. What made you choose that?
I don't want to start the podcast with such a political topic, but
true.
So I don't know. Like I'll be honest. It was already there, and just before you came in, I took it off the wall.
So you didn't do your homework. That's what you're saying.
I didn't. I was supposed to bring something, but I forgot until last minute, and so I've basically just done nothing.
Yeah, well, I brought up my notes from what you sent me, and I was like, bring in something that we have to talk about, a new item. So obviously I forgot, and so all I had in my car was the packet of extra. But I think there's a story behind this.
Really?
Do we put it up?
I'll put it up.
That's adding to the wall.
Yep.
I have a problem with people when I offer them chewing gum and they say no.
Wait, what? When they say no?
When I say, hey, do you want a bit of chewy? And they go, no, I'm right. I just think, how can you be so confident of your breath that when I've offered you a piece, you've said, no, I'm fine?
Interesting, because it's funny you say that, because not until that moment just then did not realise that chewing gum was for breath.
That's all it's for. That's why I have that. It's what's always in the car. If I have to go and talk or meet people, piece in. It's my biggest fear to people come away from a conversation and they say, his breath fucking stunk.
I thought chewing gum was for fun. I did not know. And when I turn down chewing gum, I do it because I'm not in the mood for fun, not because I'm confident in my breath.
You could never be confident. And if someone offers you should always take it, I think, as well.
What about the ones that you offer a piece and because of the ads, in the ads they always have 2 pieces?
Yes.
What about you offer someone a piece of chewy but they take 2? What do you think about that?
Well, I'll go one step further. I offered someone chewy the other day and they took 3 without batting an eyelid. They were just like, they kept tapping, like they got the jar and just kept going tap, tap, tap. I go, yeah, 2. Two's fine. It's on the ads.
It's on the normal ads, yeah.
He was like, tap, tap, 3. No qualms, nothing, just straight down the gob. And I was like, pointing, I go, do you really think our relationship's at that point you can take 3
Did you bring it up with him straight away? Good.
I knew the guy pretty well, but I thought it was very strange. I think you should know them better. Like maybe brothers or immediate family or something like that.
So what facilitates a 3-piece? So what's
the first 3-piece I've met.
And you're not even on a 3-piece level.
No way.
It's a 2-piece level maximum, right?
Yeah. And if it's just for breath, 1 is fine.
What about, this happened to me, I offered someone chewy and I knew it was one of those packets like this with a tub, and I shook it. I knew there was about 2 left. And then and someone says, "I can have a bit of chewy." I didn't offer, actually. They asked. I said, "Yeah, no worries." Their question was, "Could I please have a piece of chewing gum?" A piece.
Yeah.
And I handed them, knowing that I've got 2 bits in there, so I'm like, "Oh, I'll have one for fun later." and the bastard took both of them and then put it back. And I said, "Did you see both of those bits chewy?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, how does that work? Why did you do that? Who's your parents? Like, how are you brought up?
It would have been so weird because they would have handed you back like a thing of air, like no noise. You know, you can always like
Exactly.
rattle your chewy, just go chick, like there's always some left. Like, oh, thanks for that. Give it back, and it's like, no chica.
Yeah, exactly. It was a maraca. It came back. Whatever the opposite of a maraca is.
Yes, I'll put it on mute.
Yeah, a mute. Do you reckon? I reckon. Remember when the chewy used to come in big long, big long thin strips?
Oh yes.
Okay,
what was that?
Like Steedent. Oh, do you remember that?
Yeah,
Steedent.
And was there juicy fruit or
Juicy
what?
fruit,
Yeah,
PK.
in the long strips. That was like kind of Versace chewing gum for men. It was on these like trendy packets and stuff like that.
It was. And it smelled really nice, and it was sort of like powdery.
Yes, the powder.
It's probably 5, maybe 6 pieces to a packet. Can you imagine if someone did a 3-piece on one of those packets back in the day? They would have copped a bloody fist in the face.
Get out.
Yeah, get out. Yeah. No way. You know what? When you brought the chewing gum in to go on the wall, I thought you were fucking bastard. You didn't think, it was this. We're not going to be able to talk about that, but it worked out.
It was only meant to be just the opening segment too, wasn't it? The opening thing, 2 seconds, but we definitely got the mileage out of it.
Yeah, we sure did.
I think it's ran its course.
I think so. I want to chew it, but I can't because I'm not having fun. All right. So we should start with a pretty simple thing, like, how are you going?
Yes, yeah, and the worst ever question to ask on a podcast.
I know.
What have you been up to?
Yeah, but we just had Easter long weekend. What did you do?
I actually went down to the family farm shearing sheep, and that it feels like I'm doing material. Like I've got a list of things that could be like a funny story, but that is the God honest truth.
This sounds like a talk show where they've pre-rehearsed the answers.
Yeah, no, it's not. And I promise you, I was down helping on the family farm shearing.
You need to elaborate because to me and to every other like human person that's ever lived, that is crazy.
It was because the crazy thing that I thought about was I took time off my normal job to go and do work for a holiday. It was more for it was experience for the kids as well, because I'd done it all the time growing up with a family. That's why we went for family holidays. So I thought, it'd be a good thing to take the kids down and show them.
Your phone just beep?
Is it on silent?
Still beeps, still buzzes.
Oh, so vibrate?
No, you got to go do not disturb.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Technology.
I tell you what, talk about stuffing up on the first podcast. Jesus. Rule number 1, don't ask how you're going. Rule number 2, turn your phone off.
I've never ever put my phone on do not disturb. Can you do one?
Oh yeah, it just goes like that, and you press that one. Mine is constantly on there, but don't forget to turn it off because you'll be like, get tomorrow, and you'll be like, oh, why is there 16 missed calls?
So it still rings, but it's like no vibrate,
Just
no noise.
Nothing. Yeah, you'll just get a notification later.
Okay, we can edit this out later.
No, it's not editing. This is going to be.
Wait, this is live coast to coast.
This is it live. Yeah, live coast to coast. So yeah, so you went shearing at a farm for fun.
Yeah, my uncle's got a farm, so runs sheep, and my cousin did all the shearing, and I did the legwork. Me and my wife, we did shifts. So I did half the day, she did the second half.
So many questions. Number 1, how many sheep did you shear?
I didn't shear any, but there was about 1,000 that had to be done.
Number 2, did you get any royalties?
No, that's what I mean. It was all for the love, for the experience. But the experience was the kids came up for like 10 minutes, watched us do it, and then went off and had other fun on the farm, like ride the quad bikes and go around. And I was just there going, I've got another like 10 hours of this. This is meant to be for them to experience it, and all I'm doing is labouring for nothing.
Where did you stay? In a sheep shed?
At the farm, they've got like shearers' quarters that we stayed.
I've been to shearers' quarters.
It's unreal, actually. They've done it up really nice. So Yeah, it was good.
Not like in a tent or anything.
No. In a proper house, like separate to the main house.
Yeah, because I've got an issue with camping.
Camping? I love camping.
I know you do. I fucking hate it, eh?
Do you?
Yeah. Like I do. Camping is like band rehearsal to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you don't want to do it. It sounds ridiculous. It's the worst thing ever. Whatever. You don't want to go there. But then once you're doing it, you're like, this is actually pretty fun. And then as soon as you pack up all the instruments and you go, you're like, oh, well, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, I do
mean?
understand that definitely with band rehearsal. Camping, I think I like the lead up to camping, the talking about and everything, the planning and like where we're going to go, who we're going to go with, how much time we're going to have. And then when I get there, all we do is sit around, drink beers, smoke ciggies and not do anything.
Yeah,
Cook sausages on the fire.
Yeah, okay.
Which is also amazing. Like I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
I have all these plans to go like hiking, fishing and doing all this stuff. We don't do anything.
Just nothing.
Yeah, we just sit around. It's like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow, and all of a sudden you're away for 2 days. The tomorrow it's over.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of going from a warm, comfortable place, aka my own house, to a wet, uncomfortable place, aka camping.
I know where this is going,
For
and
fun.
look, I like to do camping for plus 40, so it's soft camping.
Oh,
So what you do?
so
is,
so it's not glamping.
No, it's somewhere in between, because what you can do is find a nice area where you want to go, get an Airbnb, take all your camping gear, you camp in the backyard, but then of an evening you just come and have a warm shower and like.
Are you joking?
No, I love doing it like this.
That's the best.
And if it does rain, like we all just go into the house.
Oh my god!
When I first
What do you call it? Do you call it Airbnb?
I didn't have a name yet, but all the guys were so off at just going, oh, why? Like, this isn't camping. I go, no. When you go camping, you're limited to the campgrounds that exist.
That's correct.
Airbnbs are fucking everywhere.
They are.
And all you have to do is pick one that's like walking distance to like the lake or the beach or something, so you can do your fishing and your surfing. And not all campgrounds you can have a fire. A fire is a big part of camping. If I don't have a fire, I think it's not camping.
It's definitely not camping. You're just sleeping in a tent.
That's right, uncomfortably.
Yes.
So I have to have the fire. So I was like, I'm trying to sell it, saying you can camp anywhere there is a Airbnb. Just take your swag, your fire set up, and then if it turns to shit, go inside and you're back in the house.
Does I can imagine people get a bit wild at like those campsites on like public holidays. Like, is there a lot of like people trying to get in the right spot, pushing people out, like a bit of bit of like pettiness and that sort of thing, like all that sort of shit? Like,
it's like Thunderdome. It's like there's no rules when it comes into, especially when it's not allocated sites. When it's like first in, first served, people can really like start securing all their areas and go, no, that's ours, like the Eskies and all our sleeping bags and everything around that. Like you can't come in. We've got 6 people coming tomorrow. Like it's people can get very, very petty with the camping setups.
that reminds me of my dad. Like we've never been a camping family. We've always gone to like resorts, where you can, be clean
and relax.
Yeah. But he would always want to reserve his where they lay by the pool. What's that called? A banana lounge?
Oh, yes.
It's not a banana lounge. It was in the 80s.
It was in the 80s. I know exactly what a banana lounge is too.
Yeah. One of those things with all
with
the
like
bits,
the lattice
with
kind
the
of.
ribbons, yeah. So he'd like get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and put his towels down on the ones that he had, so that when anyone got up to put their towels down to reserve it, he'd already done it. But there was this one year where he had someone doing the same thing, and it got to the point where he was like doing it at like 1:30 in the morning because they kept on going earlier than him trying to put the towel out.
It was like a towel off.
Towel off. So he just like every morning, he'd never get any sleep. Had the worst holiday ever. But he got his chairs every time.
It's like, babe, you coming to bed? It's like, no, I've got to beat 26A down to the banana lounge.
Exactly.
Like they don't have a name. Yeah. They just have like their campsite number is their name.
That's right. Yeah. So I can understand, very similar to camping. Yeah.
Towels are like, it's like martial law, isn't it? Once the towel's down, it's like, no, you can't sit there. Someone's got their towel on it.
Towel's a big thing, isn't it?
It's like really making a statement. It's like the equivalent of, the animals doing a piss on a spot or like walking around and ruffling up the grass to say, this is my patch.
Maybe they should have done, instead of they putting the American flag on the moon, they should have just put a towel on a stick and said, this is ours now.
Or just done a piss and walked around a circle around it.
The moon lasso. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I can imagine the pettiness of the caravan parks would be pretty brutal.
And you got such a wide mix of people. Like you've got the poor people that have, like, got no money, but they want to go on a holiday, so they've saved up all the money to get the tent, which is nothing wrong with that. But then you've also got the rich ass boomers in the motorhomes. It's like a big, massive mix of the whole social demographic.
Yeah.
And the poor people are like, oh, it's fucking my holiday. Like, you're not ruining this. And then the rich people are like, oh, get out of here, the scum. It's like, you're all in a caravan park.
Yeah.
It's like everyone is one.
Yeah, look, I went camping. I went camping for your 40th?
Bucks party.
Why do I keep saying that?
Yeah. It was a Bucks party.
I don't think I went to your 40th. So Bucks party.
I went camping for my 40th.
That's why I didn't go. Yeah, and that was really fun. I enjoyed that because that was right next to the water and we're fishing, and I felt like that was fun. But I also hired a camper van once with my ex-wife, and that was just before we separated. Actually,
went your separate ways.
Yeah, probably the straw that broke the camel's back. That one. It was. It turns out that and you'd have the same problem, that we don't fit in camper vans.
Oh yes, everything is small and there's a lot of head bumping.
You can't really ever get your legs straight anywhere.
Well, nothing is built for 9-foot gargantuas, really.
No, just coffins. Well, because they're custom made anyway. But
I don't know. We did the motorhome trip and it was actually really good. It was the straw that strengthened the camel's back.
Oh, that's good.
But I really reckon it's a good way to test, especially new-ish partners, maybe like 6 months or to a year into a relationship.
Go camping and do a flat pack.
Yeah, they do say that as well. Yeah.
See, I love doing flat packs. It's one of my passions. I love it.
But not sharing it, but I reckon doing it with other people is a nightmare.
I would never share it. I'm not sharing my flat pack. I have a system. I like to get everything out on the table. I like to read the instructions from start to finish, everything in its spot, labelled, on a towel, on the table, everything organised, ready to go in exactly the right order as it goes. And then, mate, the preparation is key. That'll take you a little bit of time, but then all you do is go and it's done.
Oh, my God. You know what's so funny is you're doing it how people would think I would do it. When I do a flat pack, I'm the opposite.
No.
I grab everything. I go, this should go into here. This fits, and then you start like abusing. You go, they've left a bolt out.
Yeah,
like you start going, there's only 3 legs, and then at the end of it, I go, where's the instructions? I have a look and I go, 3 legs. This bolt goes there. Like I don't know why. I mustn't have the patience with the flat pack, but I think that's where we switch.
We're switched
a 180 there.
Really?
Like, yeah. I'm just like gang ho, bang, bang, bang like that, and at the end I go, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah. So I think I just like puzzles. So to me, it's just like a big puzzle that I like to do things super efficiently, the quickest way possible. And and I know because I used to do it for a job when I used to work at Howard Storage World.
Oh,
I used to do it, and I'd figured out the best way to do it is to have good preparation. But that's probably like, I guess that's probably a motto in life, right?
For most things, yeah. I'd like to watch that actually. I'd like to watch you lay it all out.
You wouldn't be able to talk to me. Like I'd be in a mood. I'd be like, and if anyone suggested anything, oh my God, get out of my, I know what I'm doing. I know that screw B, there's 14 of them. They're over there. Get out of my face.
I do know that side of you as well when you just switch. When I've done work with you, like done a bit of the remove. I think it was removing stuff for me.
Yeah, when we went.
It was, and you just like switch into boss mode.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, that goes over there. Okay, you can put it like that. And I was like, oh my God.
I can't help it. I have it's full work mode.
Yeah.
Because I just in my mind, I'm just like, if I just turn this way, change the way I'm thinking, then I can just get it done as quick as possible, most efficient, and then there's no farce around, and it's done. Where I can't stand the working around like, where's that going to go? It's like, I'll probably put it over there. I'm like, no, because it's already there and I've already done 6 other things are already even there. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck off.
And you like run as well, like the buddy.
I think it's because I think it must be like when I was younger, my dad was just constantly saying, trying to think ahead, think ahead, think ahead, think ahead, think ahead. And it just got me in that mode where now whenever I'm in a work situation, I'm always trying to think of like the next 5 steps ahead so that I don't get stuck.
That, you know what that is? And that is a good life skill. I remember getting that in my apprenticeship. Like I was an awful apprentice. Like I should not have been a tradie. It's not in me, but I eventually learned how to do it. But like I remember working, my boss would be there like going, you always got to think like, what tools are you going to want next?
Yes.
And then what's the next one like that? And I was hopeless at it, but eventually you got it. And then you go, all right, he's got the screwdriver and then he's going to need this. And then you start like thinking the whole job ahead.
But when it first happens and they say that, you just think to yourself, how am I supposed to read your mind?
How am I meant to know?
I can't read your mind. Like it's impossible. How would I read your mind?
And like even if I was working with like the tradesman at the time, the boss would see and he goes, if I see you sitting there, not have that shift or not have that spanner ready, like I was always like packing darkies, eh?
Yeah. But now in your in regular life, like it does help, hey? Like you do get to your destination quicker and more fluently because of that skill.
It is a lifelong skill. And the whole time forever, I always had like the notepad and pen in my pocket. That was like a skill I learnt first year apprentice, probably the first week, and I still do it every single day at this job now. This is going on 23 years since then.
Really? Even with a phone, you still do it?
Yeah, I still have notepad and pen in the pocket. And the other day, I was sitting at a place up near our work, and my old boss drove past in the van, and I looked at him, I looked in my pocket, and I went, that's the guy. And I'm still doing it. I was like, I wanted to go and bang on his van and go, look.
You taught me.
I'm still doing it. I was like, such a good thing to pass on. I was like, if there's one thing, I felt like messaging him going, mate, I'll take that to the grave.
That's so good. Yeah, I reckon it helps a lot of things like cooking. You're always like very helpful in cooking. Like, because if you're making something, then you got to know what's happening next. So always got to think about what's going on. And it's at the time, hated it.
Yeah,
hated learning it. It's a hard skill to learn. It's a very frustrating skill to learn.
It was. I remember doing that cooking when Mum was always like, you got to get all the ingredients out first and lay them on the bench before you even start.
IKEA, baby.
Yeah,
IKEA.
But I would do it with cooking, but not doing the flat pack. Like I always like, it's always like trying to beat the computer. Like you try to beat them at their own game. It's like, no, lay them all out, just follow it in order like the cooking. It's good skill for kids, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's also like, even like, we're both musicians. Even when you think about putting a song together, if you laid out all the individual parts and then put them together, that would make the song easier to write rather than,
Yeah, that's what I remember. Because like sometimes you would come in and you have like the whole, in your head, you got the whole song kind of, this is how it's going to go. You bring it in and everyone just comes in and goes, nah, that bit's shit. Like we'll add this bit in, that'll go in this other direction. And you can just like see this, your child being taken away. Like it's like, go, no, that's not what I had planned for it. Yeah.
Or you just be like switch into work mode like I do and just make everyone scared of you so then they don't change it.
You go, you're doing this, just bear with me for 5 minutes. Everyone do what I say. If it doesn't work, then we could try your idea, but my one's going to work.
Yeah. And if you still don't think it's going to work, I'll convince you that it's your idea.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I'm just having a drink. You love that. I love doing the drinking whilst eating and drinking during a podcast.
Drinking's all right, but you can't do like beers and you can't eat snacks.
No.
I will literally turn off a podcast if I hear someone eating chips or drinking.
Well, there's people fully phobic about the sound of someone chewing, isn't there?
There's a name for it.
There is.
It's called
something, yeah. And you know what? I am not going to look it up. And you know why? And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to stop thinking about it. Do you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard it is when we're about to embark on a situation where we needed to find that word, otherwise it's life or death. Do you know those situations? Yeah. Oh, yes. You know, where you're like, oh, okay, I've got a song or a word in my head and I can't think it's on the tip of my tongue and I won't be able to do anything until I get that. So
I can't get the word mesothelioma out of it. No. But I think that's asbestos poisoning.
Yeah. Look, what I've learned as an elderly gentleman, I've learned to turn that off.
Oh.
And you know what? It's the best thing. It is the most fulfilling thing. When you get to that thing, just go, no, I choose not to. This. And then you turn it off, and then about 3 days later, you'll be just sitting in the car and be like, oh, pedophilia. You know, the word.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, the word will come to your head.
But I actually do. I like to try and test the brain these days. It's so tempting to just grab Google straight away and go,
Yes.
oh, what's that thing? Actually, back to the shearing, back to the farm.
Yes.
Had like a playlist going, and whenever it came on, it was a game to like who sang it, who was the band.
Fun.
And you weren't allowed to look it up.
Fun.
And it is like it's bands like, that More Than a Feeling,
Yes.
like that. Like that song. Like I knew it. I heard it 100 times. But when someone puts you on the spot and says, "Oh, who sings it?" You just rack your brain. And I'm going Foreigner. It's it's not. It's all those bands
like
that all
Chicago or something. Like
they
that.
all sound like I think it's Boston.
Boston. That's it. Yeah, I knew it was a town.
Chicago.
I knew it was a town.
But it actually, I didn't realize because these days everything you would just instantly Google and it puts your mind at rest. But actually, test yourself now.
Yes,
it is a weird feeling. I was going
Yeah.
to say foreign, feel like foreigner.
Yeah.
but it's a strange thing to kind of go. No, I'm going to really think about, it, rack my brain, and try and come up with it.
Yeah, like I really like that way, but I also like my way, which
Of
is
just cutting it off.
cutting off and not thinking about it ever.
Who sang that song? Can't think of it now. Next.
Yeah, don't care. Never think about it again. What a great feeling.
More than a feeling. I also think that's really bad podcasting when two people are laughing at the same time.
It depends. I actually really like it. It means that they at least think they're funny. You know what I mean?
Do you think it'll almost feel like we're laughing, but the people listening will be there going, get on with it. Like,
Yeah.
I know you're having a great time.
Yeah.
Like I'm here just going, what's the next thing?
But don't you think that like there's a certain amount of laughter? So if it was just that amount of laughter, I think it's fine. But if it goes on for a little bit longer, that's when that happens. But then if it goes on for a little bit longer, then it starts to get really funny and everyone joins in.
Breaks into the other one.
Yeah. So it's a length, I think. So I think I think our length was fine.
And I think it's also a sign of integrity and you're being genuine.
Yes.
Like I thought it was funny, so I should laugh regardless of
Yeah.
who's listening and how long it goes for.
Yeah, so I laughed because I knew people were listening and I didn't want anyone to think that I didn't think your joke was funny. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
That's good. Stop. And stop.
I can't stop.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Cut the tape.
What was that song? Boston. Okay.
Yeah, more than a few. I think it is. I think it was, but
I'm calming down. I need to change the topic. What was I going to say the other day? Oh, what were you saying the other day in the car? Something about your body part or something. I can't remember. I was like, I said, let's talk about that in the podcast. What was that?
It was if you had to give up one body part, like one appendage, one thing, like not a finger, like it's going to be something funny.
So yeah,
like,
no. So if you had to, what is it? Yeah, if you had to give up any body part, what would it be?
Yeah, it's
And you can never have it again.
It's gone. Yeah.
Is it gone on just me or?
We'll start with just us.
Okay, so just us.
Okay, if I had to get rid of something that I never again, couldn't use it, it's gone. Teeth. They're gone. Teeth are gone.
Did we talk about this?
No, like real teeth are gone. Like,
wait, is this from birth or is it from now onwards?
Yeah, from now. It's got to be from now.
Okay.
It's relevant. So teeth are gone. You can get veneers.
Oh, replacement teeth.
Replacement. But it kind of ruins it because then if you say, I'll lose an arm, or you go, I'll get a prosthetic. Okay.
But I feel like replacement teeth and replacement arm are very different. I mean, you don't have what? I feel like teeth don't have that many like movements. They're just got to sit there.
Yeah, true. Do you reckon it's a cop out getting rid of my teeth? Okay.
Yeah, I reckon. It's your decision.
It's my choice.
But
maybe it should be tiered.
I
think I'm at like a tier 4, like low tier, like whereas like head is like tier 1. Like,
well, head dead. You're dead straight away. So you can't get rid of something that you die with.
Okay. So it's evolving. The game's evolving.
The game's evolving. So if you lose the part of your body and you instantly die, that's called the demon tier. We can't.
Yeah. It's no good.
I reckon teeth fit into the safe tier. Pretty safe.
It is.
They're close to losing a couple of fingers to me, I reckon, teeth.
But the reason behind it is I hate going to the dentist. I hate the sound of the drill, and I hate the vulnerability of being in the chair, mouth open. They've got all these like fucking gadgets and things in your mouth that can cause so much pain. I would gladly lose all my teeth to never go through that again.
But you're not really thinking it through, are you?
It's not even that bad, but once I've finished the dentist appointment, I feel amazing. Like I've got through it.
Yeah, but you're
And
not.
I'll go down to the lolly shop.
You're not thinking this through. Because if you got all your teeth lost, the first thing you have to do is go straight to the dentist.
Oh my
Think
God.
about it. And you have to spend a lot of time. They'd have to drill into the bones of your gum. It'd take months.
Under anaesthetic. I'll get it under general anaesthetic.
Oh,
I couldn't do it
okay.
in the chair. No, that's
Oh,
right.
that's all
I'd
right.
go with no teeth. Everything would be liquid for it. What if what if the no teeth, it went across the board, no one had any teeth?
Wait, so
The whole world,
the
whole world, no teeth.
Wait, so the whole world is waiting on your decision. Okay,
Yeah.
so like
I have to pick.
In 5 minutes, Glenn is about to pick what part we all lose.
Whole world.
And they're waiting. They're watching TV.
I just hit the button.
You have to get teeth, and everyone just
Bang. Gone.
Oh my God! Do you know what? The Apple industry's gone. Gone.
Boost juice.
Bushes
2 in every store.
100% goes through the roofs. All of a sudden, Jello, it's like the new commodity. It's like it costs
my
more than
God.
fuel.
Oh my God, imagine like the bell goes off at lunch at the office and everyone just rushes to the blender. What do you have? It's steak and 3 veg.
Oh my God! All the
Or
dentists-
soup.
Yeah.
It's all soup.
It is. It's all soup. All soup. Everything through a straw.
That would be so annoying.
Oh, it'd be good sexually. Don't you think?
Bite harder. Could do no damage. Yeah.
So okay, so
Oh, teeth's heavy. Teeth's
Teeth's
got
heavy.
some repercussions for sure.
it does. I mean, it does. I'm not sure if it will change the world. Like I don't know if it will change the course of the world. Like if everyone lost their teeth, first of all, it'd be like what, and then. Oh no! It would,
And then it's just
there'd be
smoothies.
but then a lot of people don't have access to a blender. There would be a lot of deaths. A lot of people
True.
that can't.
What about those real poor countries that?
that can only eat what like you can't chew, you can't blend rice. Everyone, they've got mortar and pestle.
Very good that you thought of that.
Yeah, mortar and pestle
That is the
new
right word.
tea. Yeah. I don't know if it was me. So if it was me, okay. So if this is just for me, if I had to just lose one part of my own body, I would say dick.
You can't.
Why?
Just for you,
Just for me only. No one else loses their dick. It's just me. Dick only.
you keep your balls.
Keep balls. So it's just a ball bag. Just a ball bag and an empty Ken doll space.
Imagine going out on like a first date. All right, so tell me about yourself. Like, tell me.
I don't want to use Google, but I just want to see what a ball bag by itself looks like. Surely
It
it's
would look
happened.
so strange.
Surely it's happened. I'm Googling it. Surely someone's had their dick cut off.
What was that guy? The guy in America was a bobbit where the wife cut his penis off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they reattached it, didn't they?
How do you Google this, man? No dick, just balls. Like, what's going to come up? Like,
You know what? With that guy.
18-year-old guy with no dick but balls video. Let's watch.
No, really?
Yeah, 18-year-old guy with no dick but balls. Watch just balls, no dick. This guy.
Oh my God.
Wait. Is this?
No, that can't be true.
This video is only someone's friends. Oh, it's only someone's friends.
Banned. Okay, so that's with you. That's your brand. But I think if
I'm sorry, I've got it.
have you got it? Oh my God.
It's just balls.
It kind of just looks like a cricket ball, like a six stitcher.
Yeah, it kind of looks just like an actual foot of a camel. Like a.
So you've got no dick. Why did you pick that one?
Oh, well, no teeth was taken. No, I just think that, like, why would I get rid of my dick? Well, here's the thing. I love to be mobile. And I love to walk, and I love to use my hands. I love to smell. I love to sing. I love to use my eyes. I love to use all my senses and everything like that. But I don't really love sex that much. Not as much as I love like seeing something.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like if I had
yeah.
to choose between looking at a rainbow or having sex with somebody, I'm going to pick a rainbow anytime.
So would you rather have sex or watch porn? Like, is it?
Well, with no dick?
Yeah. Do you get hard balls? Like, what happens? What's the replacement?
Balls always produce semen. So where's the semen go?
Are you just in a constant
swollen.
state of blue balls? Is that what it is?
It must be, yeah. Which is, that's got to be, what is blue balls anyway?
I think it's when you get to the point but don't go, and then it's the tension.
I actually think it's just a thing made up by men to make women feel bad for not having sex with them.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've never had blue balls.
Like you can get...
fuck. Sorry, that was
What
my
was that?
pen.
You can get frustrated for that, I'm sure, but to name it. But then again, all right, if you applied your no dick thing to the whole world, like all men no dick, I can see the value there.
I feel like it would have I feel like the world would be a better place. There'd be less.
Number one, no fights.
Well, I'm not sure because there's still balls.
Yeah, but the reason like men will get into fights, like invariably out on the piss on the night, it's normally that someone's been rejected by a girl, the girl's gone for another guy, the guy that got rejected fights the guy that's with the girl.
But the underlying feeling of that is a build-up of testosterone, and testosterone is made from the testicles. And if there's nowhere to release the testosterone, it's from no penis, then it's just going to be a build-up. It means there might be more fights.
More fights. Okay, no dick or balls. The world would be...
Oh, no dick or balls.
There'd be no fights.
No, but give it 100 years, there'd be no people left. World's over.
Oh,
No dick, no balls, there's no man, no woman. So it has to be balls because we need to reproduce.
How do you reproduce if you got no dick?
Science.
Okay, so you just go in and it's like the turkey basting where they pull it out and then impregnate. So, oh my God. So do the girls, are they choosing guys, like is balls part of the thing that they're looking for? Like... he's got a mad set of balls.
I reckon it would turn into that. So
instead of big dick, it's big balls?
So, wow, they look like two marbles in a sock.
Oh, my God. Did you see him? He's like wearing a cossie the other day. It was nuts. He could barely keep him in there. It's like
oh, my God. I tell you what would be interesting, though, is if everybody alive now at this present time got their dick off, right? But everyone that gets born from now on keeps the dick.
Oh,
so can you imagine getting to that around 17, 18-year-old, 16, 17-year-old, when all these new dicks come about, all these women that haven't had dick in ages, all these people, there'd be so
many fights.
Oh, my God. And then it'd be crazy.
It would be the biggest us and them since 1980 boys with foreskins and no foreskins.
Yeah, or
like that was like a divide up the middle of the room.
Yeah, or even bigger. Like it'd be bigger than like a race. Think about it. It'd be bigger than race. It'd be like no dick or dick.
Imagine that the girls like go, oh my God, that guy's perfect. He's a dickless. He's the perfect catch. He's everything that I'm looking for in a guy, except he's got no dick.
Oh my God. Can you imagine the amount of teabagging that would be going on?
Oh, and the amount of settling. Because girls, there's such like thin pickings of guys available. You go, well, what do I do? Like, I can't get a date. I had to just go with this guy with a dick because there's none left.
Maybe the new thing instead of like, oh, like, has he got a big dick? Like, has he got big hands? What is his fingers like? Oh, whoa, look at the size of that thumb. Like, get him over here. Maybe they'll have to start wearing like Speedos on their thumbs because it's like, that's the only thing. Like, that's the new naughty.
Or do you reckon guys would start doing exercise on their tongue? So they'll like end up going like, oh, he's dickless, but he's got a 9-inch tongue. Imagine that. You're like, it's like, hi, like that. He just like rolls down like that. They go, oh, definitely dickless, 12-inch tongue.
All of a sudden, old Johnny Longtongue down at the circus, everyone's dick's removed, and all of a sudden he becomes Brad Pitt of the world.
I actually prefer them. Yeah. I prefer tongues to dicks any day of the week. Imagine that. Yeah, no teeth, 12-inch tongue.
Oh, shit.
Just creating the perfect man.
What? So on that thing where the body parts, right? Where everyone in the world loses a body part, apart from the ones that kill everyone instantly. What do you think would be what body part to be removed would be the quickest way to end the human race without like an instant kill? I mean, so if everyone lost their arm, we'd all survive.
Like the decimation of humanity.
Yeah, if everyone lost, I think it'd be like if everyone lost both their legs. Yeah, pretty much.
I was going to say one leg. I'm like, what? But 2 legs.
2 legs all of a sudden like that. Then all of a sudden, no one can go anywhere. No one's going to be able to fuel up their car.
So it's the same thing. All right, 3, 2, 1, big button. Boom, no legs.
Dropped on the ground. I'm on the ground now.
I'm starving.
Get home?
Just there, like everyone. It's like 3, 2, 1. World of Lieutenant Dan's.
All the food. The only food that you can get access to is in the bottom of your fridge. So people
fruit and veg,
and a couple of condiments or something, and then that's it. The world's over.
Oh my God, I'm going to go home right now. I'm going to put all my good food in the bottom shelf.
Yeah. But if you got rid of everyone's arms straight away, it'd be the most car accidents. Everyone would just be going all of a sudden. It's just be like, oh shit, we have to refigure out how to. They'd have to refigure out how to like steer cars. They'd have to rebuild cars, but they can't because.
Do you reckon it'd be with like your ears, like would have like cords on them, like this?
How are you going to build that?
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to build that car? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we need to get 3D printing up and running now.
Like we need to get Leonardo DiCaprio as a young man, my left foot.
Oh, yes.
Get him to run General Motors.
I love that one. The instant no legs would be absolute carnage.
It would be mayhem, hey? I wish, that you see on the internet where they do like, 100 wolves versus 100 polar bears.
Yes.
It's like a thing and they can fight each other. I wish we could do world population body part. Like,
what would happen?
Yeah, what would happen? All of a sudden, see how long it lasts. You know,
we'd go, all right, let's one leg.
Yeah,
one leg. They just say, okay, you can just see it slowly default. 2 legs, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, what about we just block everyone's nostrils? What happens? How long's it got?
Oh my God, how would they get in to like open the Woolworths so people could go in and do their shopping? Like that.
Well, without nostrils?
With no legs.
Oh, no legs.
So they're like dragging themselves in and they got to like try and reach up to get to the door to open. Like the food supply is just gone.
Yeah, gone. Everything gone.
Trucks stop.
There's no trucks. There's no nut.
So it's what you've got in your house and then you have to adapt until the food in your house runs out. That's how much time you've got to adapt. No legs.
Yeah, and just
to
clarify too, it's not like you're going to have like bleeding legs or anything.
It's a clean
They just
stump.
go to clean nubs.
Is that your hips? Like, do you have no? Like, is it at the knees or is it?
I'm gonna go halfway up the thigh.
So can you somewhat? Will we be able to learn to like wobble, like amble along? I think we should.
I think
just for the sake of this.
I think with a lot of practice,
I think we could get more mileage out of this joke.
I think you with a lot of practice, you'll be able to develop a way to.
That's what I'm
commute.
thinking.
Yeah.
To just because if it is cut at the hip, it is game over.
Yeah, sorry to people that have no legs, by the way. Just so to let you know, I mean, it's not the end of the world for everybody.
No, because everyone else has got legs.
We can help you. We can help. We can build things for you, like the taller, taller people.
Can you imagine the riots in those mobility centres for like all the wheelchairs that are left now?
100%.
It would be seriously be martial law. They'd have to set up all the police to like cordon off the mobility centres.
I just had the funniest thought. Sorry to interrupt. On the fucking, when people are dating people and they always want to make sure everyone's above 6 foot.
Yes.
Like as soon as the legs are gone.
Oh my God. So it's long torsos become a big thing.
I just want a man that's above 2 foot.
Tall, handsome.
2 foot, good on his hands.
Oh, so the people that had short legs but long torsos, the game's flipped.
Yeah, they're tall now all of a sudden.
They're all of a sudden. If you've got a short torso but long legs, that's a big switch.
The real winners would be the ones that already don't have legs or use of their legs.
They're used to it.
Yeah,
they've already got the chair, so they're mobile.
They already know how to get around. They're in charge. Massive flip.
That is a huge flip. They just straight out the door. They go, "You're in my world, fuckers." Like, I shouldn't do that. But it would.
Looks like you're skiing.
Yeah, but it would. Yeah, far out. But it makes you think like that, like just people, humans, and that it's on a fucking dime. Like it can just be switched.
Oh yeah, 100%.
To carnage.
100%. Imagine like let's do mouths sewn shut.
Okay, so no talking.
Well, no, you can talk. This is all. You can't.
Sign language would go through the roof. That would be amazing.
That would. I would die within 10 minutes because I'm a chronic mouth breather, so I don't use my nose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not like I have to force it. I don't do it. So I'd be dead. I'd die. No oxygen, dead. I'd rather have no legs.
Oh yeah. Wow. No legs.
Imagine there wouldn't be any podcasts.
Oh yeah, but save us.
We'd have to find new ways of communicating. I know they'd use sign language, but do you think this is what I think? I think that if humans lost their ability to speak and have their mouths closed, I reckon it'd take 2 or 3 generations for us to develop telepathy.
Mental telepathy.
I think so.
Do you think would there be a universal sign language? You think, where they just go, righto, no one can talk, like they'd be typing this obviously on the news, and that we're all just going to agree on a communal sign language thing? Because I always watch that when they're doing the sign language, you know, say they're at the Olympics or someone's doing a speech or something, the sign language person's there like doing this, and they're so quick. I always wonder, like, do they ever fall behind? And then all of a sudden they're saying, sorry for everyone out there, I've fallen behind, I'm going to have to catch back up, and now I'm back on track again.
I hope it was that detailed, but I can't see how hand movements can have such detailed language.
That's crazy.
Can it? I don't know anything about it. Like I have no idea.
My eldest, when we were thinking like, oh, he's not talking, you know, words aren't coming quick enough. So we started to learn sign language.
Oh yeah,
and teach him all sign language, and I don't know if it helped or not, but it was a lot of fun because he picked it up really quickly.
Really?
And I enjoyed it. Like there was heaps of words that I'd learnt from sign language.
So what's a word?
What do you reckon that is?
I'm gay?
Pizza.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. What do you reckon this is?
Sit on my lap.
Dog.
What?
Like, come here.
So what about, do they do and R's and buts and ifs and theirs and thens and
I don't know. I only ever got single words.
Or is it just, that's what I imagine it to be, like dog, man, pizza. Like I imagine it would be primitive talk.
Yeah, but that's what I wonder. The people that are really fluent and have to do the listening, translating to the speech, and doing it with their hands. Yeah. I don't know how you could do it that quickly.
Me either. It's beyond me.
Yeah, because whenever it's on the telly, I'm staring at them and I'm going, how the fuck are they keeping up with them and doing that with the hands as well?
Is that what you're thinking? Because when I'm looking at them, I'm putting different songs to them. In my mind, I'm putting different songs to what they're doing. So I'm like, like a virgin, like touching their hand, and then I'm thinking that doesn't go well.
I want to know what love is.
Yeah. Wow, that's speaking of that song. That's like seems to be our theme song. I actually looked at it. I'd learn it today, like just out of a play, like to sing it. It was really fun. So easy.
I think they are. Look, they're just the most gut wrenching kind of tunes that I don't know. We might sound like a relic from the past now, but those songs are the ones that hit you in the heart.
Yeah,
like the power ballads, like the guy with like the long hair and they always had the bloody saxophone player with the skinny tie and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just love the pure emotion.
Yeah,
in the songs.
Everything there was always like a fist moment in it somewhere as well.
What's that in sign language? That fist moment that you feel when you listen to a power ballad. But if you're not watching, you're just listening. It's like putting your fist near your face, sort of thing, and then pulling it down as if you're pulling it down towards your chest.
Oh yeah, truck driver. It is
like a truck driver. Oh, that's what it is.
No, but I made it up, and I also, this is another thing. I really wanted to get a job coming up with what sign language, what it is.
Oh, who did?
Like how to. Someone goes, what's the sign language for guitar? And you go, oh, that's easy.
Fully. Well, there's got to be new words coming out all the time. What about all this, like the new internet lingo? You know how they've got like a YOLO and all that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
There'd have to be like a new There's new words go in the dictionary every week, every year.
I would love it. Like if that was someone's job to come up with the hand movements for new words, I think it'd be a fantastic job.
It'd be fantastic. And when you think about it, you've just shown me pizza and dog. Like they both make sense.
Once you know, and honestly, you don't forget them.
Yeah.
It's so good because now whenever I hear, I go, oh, pizza. And then
the weird thing is, like, it's also the same as when you awkwardly wave at someone that you don't know.
you got to really tilt it.
Oh, that's okay.
So I was like, you're turning up with a pizza box.
That's
like pizza delivery.
It's just like the Queen waving.
Yeah. And like,
I bet you that means Queen.
It's nighttime.
Betcha.
Like the sun going down.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, baby and a thing.
That's got to be one.
Yeah.
And why not? Why wouldn't it be?
I need to know. I need to know. How do you look up? Oh my God, that photo of the balls just came up on my screen. How do you look up what that means in sign language?
Yeah, Auslands it is. Auslands is the, I think that's the Australian sign language thing.
But how do you look it up? This is what I mean. Like
you literally, I'm sure we had an app for it because we go, I wonder what that is. And then someone gets on there. It's like a video and they just say it like 5 times in a row.
Auslands?
Yeah, AUSLAN, I think it is.
I've went through Wizard of Auslands.
But it's good fun. Like you learn them and you go, oh yeah, that does make sense.
Auslan dictionary.
Yeah, okay. That's it.
Now, but what does that mean? I don't have the word. I've got the sign.
Oh my God,
this is the opposite.
Could this be like those NFTs?
What do you mean?
But you know the non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
If we're making them up now, if they don't exist, can you patent signs that don't exist?
Is that making money off the disabled people?
Would that make it a fungible token? Like it's an actual thing. It's like not a non-fungible token. It exists.
It exists.
It exists. So oh my God. So you could patent any words that don't exist in sign language. I'd feel bad collecting the royalties for it, and I don't know if you could register that with APRA or anything.
I reckon you could. I just don't know how to. Sorry to cut you off. I just don't know how to describe what that is. What's that? What am I doing there? What does that mean?
Well, instantly I thought it was the truck.
But the truck is side. Turn your fist a little bit. That's what this is.
It's up for grabs.
Well, that's exactly what it is. It's up for grabs. That's what it's
it
called.
is.
That's what it's called. Up for grabs.
Okay, it's got to be hair like that. Up for grabs. It's endless, is it? But do you think every word, everything would have a sign for it? It must, because the translators, they can't just go, sorry, we don't have a word for that.
They would, and I reckon. I'm just.
Do you reckon they kind of deviate, like they're not word for word, they just kind of get the gist across?
They might do like a charades thing halfway through. They go, look, we don't have a word for it. Rhymes with pizza, starts with a D or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What deets are?
Can you write it down? If or when this gets massive, we do an episode with a translator here for the whole thing. One for you and one for me. Translates the whole episode.
We'd have to film it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about like episode 100.
Okay, I'll just write that down.
What did you write?
100.
Just the timestamp in the episode.
You know what I always wanted to do? I know this is when getting near the end, but I've always wanted to do this where I feel like, okay, I love this. So when you're talking, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a musician. You're a musician.
Mm-hmm.
I love music. I love creating it. Love all about it. But what I love is that when someone's talking, all right, they're like this. It's just like a normal conversation I'm having and you're listening. But when you add music to it, it really changes the dynamic of what you're saying.
Oh, yes.
So here we go. So I'm going to say, I was walking down the street the other day and I found a big bag of money.
Oh, you save that for the end of your story.
Yeah, exactly. So then if you do it like this, I was walking down the street the other day and I found a big bag of money.
Big bag of money. I like the fake echo as well.
It actually
reinforced the point.
It actually made it worse for some reason. I thought it was going to enhance it.
It sounded like a country song.
It did.
It's a mate of mine the other day.
Oh, let me actually. I was walking down the street the other day and I found a big bag of money.
A mate of mine came along and he said,
"You should save that story for the ending." Fucking hell.
But yeah, it felt like it could have been like almost like a Lee Kernaghan country tale kind of a. I mean, it's just the acoustic and that slow feel kind of thing.
Hey, so before we wrap it up, I just want to know we should get some people on here like to interview. And I think that you should do it. You should get them.
Should they be regular people or?
It depends.
Are we really going to be able to get famous people now? No.
Well, it depends on who. Like, people are
who's famous.
Everybody. Everyone's got a story. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just whoever.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're listening to this and you want to be on the podcast as a guest, let us know. Our email is it's oral. I was going to say anal discharge. It's oralwaste@gmail.com. Let us know if you want to be a guest or if you know someone that's got a good story, and we'll get you on and we'll have a chat.
If you've got a story to tell, I always think that on radio when the people that call up and talk on radio are always the people that shouldn't call up and talk on radio. Do you reckon?
But I feel like if podcast is different because those people that call up and they're all like, if you really start asking the right questions, you might actually get some like interesting answers. Like you might actually find out a little bit about them, and it could be.
You know, it'd be good if we got someone that we didn't know.
Yeah, 100%.
And we just let it float. At the start, we didn't know them, and then by the end, it's kind of like a This Is Your Life, but
100%. So who are you? Like, where are you been? Like, where'd you grow up? Tell us a story. Why does that happen? And just keep talking.
Coals or Woolies, lose your arms or your legs, teeth or dick. Like, I want to know everything, the ins and outs.
Even be better is just to get him in here. And we just talk as if we're just the banter, like we're just regular talking, but don't ask them about it. So just see what they do.
Don't ask them anything and just have them sat there.
And see if they join in. And then put a microphone and go, and then just see if they talk.
And not even like go, so what do you reckon? Like, you got to jump, you got to get involved.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you know what else would be fun is asking someone randomly if they want to be on it. Hey, we've got a podcast. Do you want to be on it? I don't know you. And
this could be like the next Joe Rogan. This is your chance. You could be on episode 2.
That's the TikTok too. You know, we're looking to do like TikTok marketing to get it going. The TikTok is, hey, would you like to be on our podcast? We don't know you. We're going to
street.
Yeah, off the street, and then we come
tonight
podcast 6:30, and they're on it, and they do it, and then we do the TikTok about it.
Oh yes,
that's it.
Everyone does famous people.
Yeah,
we'll do absolutely not famous people.
Random people, TikTok, 100th episode, sign language. All right.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and I think that's a wrap. That's as good as an hour.
That's a good first go. I had a good time.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice talking to you.
I'm always like nervous when we listen back. Do I have a podcast for it? Do I have a voice, or is this the voice that I have in normal life?
You have a voice. You just don't have any teeth or legs. We'll see you later.
It's been lovely.
Yeah.